1. Many startups dive into AWS without realizing the hidden costs that can quickly spiral out of control. 2. The real problem: when startups begin their cloud journey, they often focus on getting their product to market. Cloud services like AWS provide powerful tools, but they come with a price tag that can be. The issue isn't just about the services you choose, it's how you configure and use them. Without proper management, costs can balloon unexpectedly. 3. The simple explanation: AWS pricing is based on usage. You pay for what you use, but that usage can be tricky to monitor. Factors that contribute to costs include compute power, storage, data transfer, services like Lambda and RDS. Even a small misconfiguration can lead to hefty bills. For example, leaving resources running after hours or not optimizing your storage can double your expected costs. 4. Real-world example: let's take a look at a fictional startup called QuickApp. QuickApp launched an MVP on AWS. They started with a single EC2 instance and a few S3 buckets. Initially, their monthly bill was around $200. However, they didn't monitor their usage. After a few months, they added several additional services, including AWS Lambda and RDS for database storage. They also left some instances running over the weekend. Their monthly bill jumped to $1,200 in just 3 months. The founders were shocked. They had no idea that the Lambda functions triggered by API requests were costing them $300 a month due to high traffic. Their S3 storage was costing them another $400 due to inefficient backup strategies. A simple misconfiguration cost them an extra $1,000 in just 3 months. 5. What to do instead to avoid falling into the AWS cost trap. Follow this step-by-step framework. Step 1. Set a budget. Decide on a monthly budget before deploying resources. For early-stage startups, consider keeping your budget under $500 to start. This helps set a safety limit. Step 2. Use the AWS pricing calculator before deploying services. Use the AWS pricing calculator to estimate costs based on your expected usage. Input your projected number of EC2 instances, data storage needs, and expected traffic. This helps you understand potential expenses. Step 3. Enable AWS budgets. Set up AWS budgets to receive alerts when costs exceed thresholds. For example, set an alert for 80% of your budget. This allows you to take action before costs spiral out of control. Step 4. Monitor resource utilization. Use AWS CloudWatch to monitor your resource usage. Check metrics daily. Look for idle resources and underutilized instances. If an EC2 instance is using less than 10% CPU, consider downsizing or shutting it down. Step 5. Implement cost optimization strategies. Right-sizing. Regularly review instances and adjust sizes based on actual usage. Use spot instances. For non-critical workloads, consider using spot instances, which can save up to 90% compared to on-demand rates. Review data transfer costs. Optimize data transfer between services to reduce costs. Use VPC endpoints to avoid data transfer charges. 6. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Ignoring idle resources. Many startups leave resources running that aren't in use. Fix. Regularly review and shut down idle resources. Use the AWS Cost Explorer to identify them. Mistake 2. Over-provisioning instances. Starting with large instances thinking they'll need the power. Fix. Start small and scale up as needed. Use AWS's auto-scaling feature to adjust capacity automatically. Mistake 3. Not tagging resources. Failing to tag resources makes it hard to track costs. Fix. Implement a tagging strategy. Use tags like project, owner, and environment to categorize resources. Mistake 4. Forgetting data transfer costs. Not accounting for data transfer can lead to surprise bills. Fix. Review AWS pricing for data transfer. Consider using CloudFront for content delivery to reduce transfer costs. Mistake 5. Overlooking reserved instances. Not considering reserved instances for steady workloads. Fix. If you have predictable usage, consider purchasing reserved instances. They can save you up to 75% compared to on-demand pricing. 7. Quick checklist. Here's a quick checklist to keep your AWS costs in check. Set a monthly budget. Use the AWS pricing calculator before deploying. Enable AWS budgets for alerts. Monitor resource utilization with CloudWatch. Implement cost optimization strategies. Regularly review your AWS bill for unexpected charges. 8. Summary plus CTA. To wrap up, understanding AWS pricing is crucial to avoid the cost traps that can derail your startup. Set budgets, monitor usage, and optimize regularly. If you found this information valuable, please comment below with your thoughts or questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on managing your cloud costs effectively. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.